Now I gotta ride or die.
Thank you to the guys at BOTB. They're actually sponsoring today's video. BOTB give a car away every single week to a guaranteed winner, and they have over 150 cars available to win with tickets starting at just 85p. As well as brand new cars, they also have 2 classic Escorts, which I would absolutely love to win. The ticket is valued to the car or a cash alternative of £44,000. They also have a Mark 1 Escort RS2000, which is just, again, over £2 to play with a cash alternative of £40,000. So to be within a chance of winning this Escort Cosworth, head over to the link in the description, grab yourself a ticket for just over £2. You could be within a chance of winning one of these fantastic cars. Again, massive thank you to the guys at BOTB for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to the action. Guys, welcome back to the channel. We have an impromptu video today. I've just finished shooting up the Series 1 RS Turbo t-shirts, the limited run ones that are available on fydapparel.com right now, but that's not the reason why you're here. Now, when I bought this car, I knew that there was going to be problems. I knew that there was something that was going to happen in the coming weeks or months that will stop me in my tracks from driving this thing on a daily basis. To be honest, it only lasted about half an hour because, shout out JW Autoshine, Jason came down, he's had a few of these and actually fixed this for me, temporary fix. But what I'm going to do is explain what happened to this, because I sort of kept it under wraps. I haven't really been lying, but I've just sort of trying to work it out in my head how to overcome this problem, how to rectify what I personally have already sort of ruined in a weird way. But it's an old Ford, these things happen. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. If you don't know, this is my 1985 Ford Escort Series 1 RS Turbo, a absolute dream car that I've wanted for many, many years. Opportunities arisen, I purchased the car. Fantastic times. Around 4 days into my ownership though, things started to go south. I'm actually a few weeks after this happening, didn't bring the camera along, didn't want to expose it at the time, because I wanted to make sure my head was in the right space and we could have a laugh about it. Because if you know Series 1s, if you know Fords, you'll know exactly what went wrong, or pretty much what went wrong within the first couple of days. Now, when I actually bought this, it was incredibly hot. We're talking, oh, it must have been 30s, if not mid-30s, when I actually purchased this car and started daily driving it for around a week. And a week of daily driving it and stuff, it was very, very enjoyable. Absolutely loved it. But the 4th day in, I had driven it to the gym, because my office is at a gym, doing some work, left the car for about 2 hours. It was running absolutely perfect. I came out, it would not start whatsoever. One thing that I thought first was the Clifford alarm was not relaying its signal from the key fob to the actual Clifford itself, which is one of those things. I've actually shot a car in the past that has done this with me on a shoot, which was the most terrifying thing I've probably ever done, is taking someone's car, you know, enjoying it, and then it not starting, which was horrendous. Now, if you guys don't know, and I will expose a little bit right now actually, if you guys don't know, this has a Clifford alarm on it. So you're able to unlock it and lock it here, and it has a blue light here. When the blue light's out, it is ready to go. This was, in fact, as you were going to start it, actually flashing that it was still immobilized in theory. So I thought, well, the car isn't unimmobilizing itself. It doesn't know I'm here, and it doesn't know that I'm hitting the key fob to actually make this thing understand that I'm here, which was a bit of a shame. I started scratching my head, started calling around some friends, and we started having a go through the car. What we firstly did was, and what I thought was the right thing to do, was actually take the battery off and see if the Clifford would deactivate itself and then come back on, and then I'd be able to use the fob. That's what I genuinely was thinking, because I didn't think there was anything else that could have gone wrong at that point. Little did I know, there is a few fuses or relays in this car that are prone to dying very quickly when it gets hot. Something that I did read up way before I bought one of these, and something that I actually have experienced in the past with one of my friend's cars. So I thought, well, it can't be one of those, but if it is, which one is it? So I got on the blower to Mr. JW Autoshine, and he came down and jimmied up a little thing that he had in his parts bin, because he had a lot of parts from when he's actually owned these in the past. It was his roadside assistance kit, he was calling it. Basically it's 2 wires and some crimps and all this sort of stuff. So I'll take you guys in. Now what we did for the minute, and no, I'm not driving this in this state, this is just purely for video and picture purpose at the moment, is that we actually took the purple or pink, purpley pink relay out of here, which goes from here, and I think what I believe, and again, I'm still trying to understand every single car I own. This is, you know, been in my possession for a month, say. Still trying to understand how this car works. Basically, purple relay actually got too hot when I was driving it round, daily driving it through what I believe to be 30-degree heat at the time. And it meant that we actually lost basically the connection for that relay, which meant that the car was not telling the fuel pump to actually start. Or that's how I see it, that's how I understand what happened. The break in that relay meant that it didn't initiate the actual fuel pump. Originally, when they said fuel pump, I was like, oh, it must be a fuel pump. So underneath the car we went. I was underneath this car for a few minutes, and underneath here, as you can see, or hopefully you guys can see, there is actually a fuel pump that is exposed to pretty much the elements. This car has actually had, way back when this came over a few years ago, it actually came off one of the ferries. It nudged the fuel pump, which meant that it disconnected itself. The owner was like, what's going on? But apparently, again, if you've owned Series 1s, I might be the only one that's ever experienced this, and might be the only one that's ever done this. Fuel pump actually turned itself off from being slightly nudged at the rear end. It's all fixed now, don't get me wrong, but that was something that me and the owner was going backwards and forwards with when this initially happened. I was like, why would it do that though? I haven't been over any speed bumps. If I do, I'll go very slow. He said, I'll just check the connections on it. So I was checking connections, I was looking up how much fuel pumps were, just to make sure that I wasn't buying the wrong thing, basically. So this is what we did. And I know there'll be a lot of people out there, but I'm gonna say it again, transparency is key. So what we've done is, for the minute, the fuel pump is actually on live. So 2 wires together, basically in there, and the fuel pump is constantly on when you crank the car, which means that it starts, it drives. But that relay also, what I believe, it tells the throttle body or boost solenoid or whatever how much boost it wants, how much everything it wants in the car. So me driving this at the moment, I'm not coming on boost, not doing anything silly, but I want to take you guys with me on everything that happens in this car. If something's going to go wrong, I want you guys to know about it. If something breaks, I want you guys to know about it. If something silly, like a little bit of wire in 30-degree heat breaks, I come out, it's broken, it doesn't start, you guys need to know about it. So the joys of owning the RS so far has been absolutely amazing. Love this car down to the ground, but the wiring is one of those things that we are going to, how do we say, fix, I think the word is. The purple relays are really uncommon or expensive. That's the problem. So what I'm going to do to rectify this, and I will be doing it in a few weeks time and get it professionally done, is actually rewiring the fuel pump with 2020 wires, fuses and all of that good stuff. That's the first thing I want to do to this car. I want to make sure that yes, we're keeping the originality of the car, but if there are areas that I can bring up to 2020 standards, I'm going to do it. So I've already bought the kit. It's a complete braided lovely line all the way from that initial fuse all the way to the fuel pump, because again, talking to a few people that have had these and a few people that love their Escorts and love the Fords, that is is one of those things that does go wrong. That wiring corrodes over time. Again, 35-year-old car this is now. So that's one of the things that will be coming very, very soon. Again, I'll take you guys on that little mission because I want to take you guys on that mission. If stuff breaks, I want to tell you. If stuff doesn't go right, I want to tell you. If things are going swimmingly and I'm loving life in it, I'm gonna tell you. Classic car ownership, 1 month in, the only thing that's gone wrong is a broken wire. So that, to me, is a huge bonus because I genuinely thought when I bought this there would be not necessarily problems with the car, but there would be problems that I wouldn't foresee when actually daily driving this thing. Today I'm just coming up here, no boost, no silliness, just to take some pictures for the t-shirts that are on fydapparel.com right now. But yeah, it's not too bad. I know a lot of people will be like, oh my god, I can't believe you put that wire to that wire and you're still driving it. It's okay, it's not coming on boost, I'm not breaking it, I'm not destroying it, and literally in a week and a half, I think it is, maybe 2 weeks time, can't quite remember off the top of my head, this thing will go in to get everything wired properly again in 2020 wiring, because the 35-year-old wiring in this Escort has a lot to be desired for, let's say. So I just wanted to update you guys on what that means for the RS Turbo. Thoroughly enjoyed this thing and I'm going to enjoy it for many years to come, but I do want to take you guys down the route of telling you what's going to happen, telling you that these classics don't run all the time and things do go wrong. So when the car goes in to actually get wired in and stuff, I will try my best to showcase as much of that as I can, and there's a few other wiring bits I do want to do on the car. But if you've ever had one of these and if you know your knowledge and you've got bits for sale and stuff like that, please let me know in the comments below. There is a few other wiring things that I would like to update to 2020 standards rather than keeping them in 1985 conditions, let's say, because it is an old Ford. Things are going to break, wires are going to become very, very brittle, and my driving it, because I've driven it quite a lot, it's gonna happen. It's one of those things. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did like this video, please give thumbs up for the Series 1 still working though. Look at that, she's still out loving life. Anyway guys, 35-year-old Escorts to the side, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts on what else I should do to the Series 1, because I always like to know your thoughts. Yeah, I'm going to finish shooting now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.